ESPN Plus live from Houston, Texas, and Cougar Softball Stadium on the campus for Texas A&M and their first-year head coach, Tricia Ford. She's going to start off with Coco Woolley for Texas A&M. Coco, a local product, a sophomore for Texas A&M games for the Aggies. Here's the 2-1 from Edwards. Ground ball right back to Edwards. Quickly fires over for out number one. Freshman. So this is a young team, and we're going to see both lineups tonight. Starting all 50 games as well, hitting .318 entering tonight. Ground ball to shortstop. Brooke Lorenzo fields that cleanly on over to Shaw.
45 of 49 games this season, and currently she's on a 14.
It's Taylor Edwards. Right center field. That was gone. That guy. Just after I mentioned her home run tally, she took a look at it, and it was quickly out of here.
To the opposite field gap.
Showing that power.
To a pair of home runs in both the first and the third game.
Lorenzo on over to Shaw, gets the ground ball out from 1-0, giving the lead to their starting pitcher, Tori Shea, coming in on a 6-game losing streak. They'd love to get that turned around tonight ahead of their conference.
The losses in that column for U of H, but I think Bree can too. Pat's like, she's been such an integral part of this lineup.
Fly ball left in the crowd, and as does Coco Woolley.
And a beautiful day, you can't ask for anything better.
Raya Coleman shows the bunt. Rylan Wiggins, Lee Matthews will follow her. Out now on Raya Coleman. Ball 4, a little outside. Good eye at the plate there by Coleman. So runner on base for the
plate in Grayson Coleman. In motion on pitch 1.
Swung on a miss by Shaw.
Really Tricia Ford who's calling the pitches for Tech. It's going to help you get an out.
Available though. Swung on by Shaw, center field. Allie Enright underneath that one. Coleman tags. Programs. She's a senior here for Texas A&M.
Has thrown 644 different ABs. Edwards has thrown 206. So look at
mainly at third base. 3 home runs, 14 RBI so far this year. Trying to get the strikeout here. Ground ball. Shortstop. Lorenzo over to Shaw. Not in time. Wiggins. Bit of a jam here. Already down 1-0 facing Grayson Coleman. Center fielder Allie Enright at the plate. Enright into that lap. She's a sophomore.
Better and better.
Center field over the head of Halsey in center field. That's going to allow a run to come in. That's Morgan Smith. Played good defense as well. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. Ferguson takes ball 4, so they are.
Is able to communicate with some of the pitchers that pitch more like her. So she was.
Ground ball right back to Taylor Edwards. Swung on, that one's going to fall into left center field. 2 runs are going to score for Texas A&M. And it's come in. Ferguson's a second on
her pitches. I like to use her in late relief, but this is as good of a situation.
Entering tonight. Ground ball again. Lorenzo late getting to second base, it looked like. They signaled an out.
Lorenzo tries to throw to first base, and usually when this is happening.
Matthews from Concord, North Carolina. Ground ball shortstop. Woolley over to first base. Trinity Cannon. Out number 1 out here in the second. Brings up Brooke Lorenzo, the starting shortstop for the Ackerman. Delivering the 1-1, a little low, 2-1 count now on Brooke.
Floral W on my chest, because that's a good AB.
Get a few days of workouts, and then they leave for the SEC tournament. Woolley, top of the 3rd inning here at Cougar Softball Stadium and the campus field in the 1st inning. Swung on, fly ball center field. Paige Halsey underneath that one, out number 1. Julie Cottrell now at the plate, the DP tonight. Swung on, that one almost got through. Diving play by Carton at second base. Over to Brittany Shaw. I thought that one was going to get. With a nice foul at the plate. She walked in her first at-bat, wound up scoring. Fly ball right field. That is going to stay in for Bree Cantu. And a nice inning there for
before we got on the mic, but whenever I was committed Aggie softball fans, that's for sure. And I'm sure they're listening. Our pitcher, she's lefty, throws 70. They actually call her lefty. That's her nick. A physical change in her.
Ground ball shortstop. Scooped up by Wood.
Make me more consistent. Maybe what's a key word that I can think about when I'm in.
She's bringing in.
Yeah, it honestly feels like they're stepping on you. A lot of the tall pitchers, you know, the
Cougars still without a hit, so bottom of the order in their first nothing cushion for the Aggies. Swung on, popped up to the shortstop. Coco Woolley underneath that, and quickly 2 outs.
Trying to feel like you have to get it back. So I think for U of H, it's going to be really important.
Bree Cantu, the leadoff hitter for Houston, on deck. Right off the glove of Wiggins, and it's going to be the first hit of the game for the University of U. Again, those watching.
Pitch on the inside half. Perfect job of it right there.
Holsey to third base. They're going to wave her in. Play at the plate. Throw is high. Holsey is safe. Korea walked her first from the H-Town area.
Yeah, she is really their table setter. But they wanted to challenge her this season and see if she could turn that dial up.
Good eye by Coleman. And for the second time in this game, she draws the walk.
As tricky with the normal first and third plays that team.
They sit here. Swung on, well struck off the glove of Coco Woolley. Cantu scores for U of H. Coleman.
And talking about how they need to realize they have so much game left that they don't need to play
game, and they don't play again until next Wednesday. Ground ball third base. Myers over to Shaw. Out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
Game. If everything holds where it is now, they will play on Wednesday. A lot of coaches schedule games on your bye weekend, and I think it was a good decision for them to.
And they replaced Grayson Coleman behind the plate for Texas A. Here's a 3-0 pitch in there for. Thought he was going to get a strike call. Instead, Valentine will take the trot down to first.
Starting time behind the plate whenever Julia Cottrell.
She walked in her first at-bat. Well, Aggies tried to get a couple. Here's the 2-1. That one's going to get through into center field, but the runners will only advance. Page brings up top of the order. This is an easy trip over. Yeah, the key, no traffic.
Yeah, that's the big key. She's got a lot of fans. I'm sure it'll be a nice big reunion after the game.
Stay fair. Yes, it will. Oh, Woolley. They didn't.
It sure did. Coco.
8-2 lead for Texas A&M, 4th inning here in Houston. Mari, product out of California, Corona, California.
It's really hard to follow up a 26-year tenured coach in Joe Evans, but I mean they've done a great job so far.
In her tonight, hitting .323 on the year, 7 home runs.
Incredible against Tennessee, and then they got swept by Georgia, and it's kind of that's so many flashes of greatness from A&M, whether that be in the circuit is great, and you want to say you can win that, but really what you're focused on is regionals and making a run at OKC.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Carden coming into this one red hot. Smith walked in her first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Flew out in the 3rd and right back to Blenko there. That'll Kennedy. Still out there for Texas A&M. Going back to that grand slam by Woolley. It's just amazing tonight, hitting .280. 5 doubles.
Hey,
absolutely.
I'll live there.
Ground ball, Woolley. Makes it look easy there at shortstop. Fire. On the west side of Houston, KDISD pops up to the 3rd baseman, Rylan Wiggins. Quickly underneath that one.
Yeah, Matthews and Lorenzo both.
Right there to Wiggins. About a half a step right there to snag it over to Cannon for the out. Tonight, 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for U of H.
The
Ground ball, shortstop. Brooke Lorenzo picks and fires over to Brittany Shaw.
was committed to Coach Ford and company at ASU. Just missed another trip to OKC. But a Cinderella story for Northwestern for sure.
Allie Enright at the plate for Texas A&M. Really good night. Well, Vidsum. What a night for Allie. Home run. She's now 3 for 3.
3 for 3 and a triple shy of.
Yeah, that didn't barely make it over. That went over that set. So roller back to Blenko, over to Brittany Shaw. And that'll do it in the 5th inning, but not before the Aggies. Bailey Myers will lead it off for the
bullpen. But, I mean, no reason to switch it up if your defense is going to make plays like that for you, Allie Enright, and strengths and the hitter's weaknesses and what's going to be best. But the barrel, which is one of the harder things to do in softball.
Kennedy gets the strikeout there of Amanda.
She keeps mowing down in these innings. I think we're more likely to just create any type of gap for this big hitting A&M team.
Holsey, ground ball to first.
Find your job.
Mari Harper, sharply hit ball in the left field for 3 more in the 2nd inning. Go up 4-0.
Family, hard worker for sure.
Sharply hit in the center field. That one dropped for a base hit. Cannon now 2 for.
It's timing it up, getting a good swing on a good pitch.
That one popped up. Coleman, nice hustle. Runner tags, out at home plate. Tonight, this is her 3rd at bat. Also had a stolen base back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and with
Oklahoma. Grew up. So roller first base, fielded there by Cannon. Makes the tag on Coleman. And that's the.
Especially at first base.
Brittany Shaw with the pop-up. Cannon. Shaw 1 for 2 tonight. Flew out. Ground ball to 3rd base. And Riley Wiggins got a glove on it. That one gets loose from her, and Shaw.
Throw on upon receiving that ball. We're having it. Karina was on the move.
2 errors tonight for Texas A&M. Swung on, ground ball, 2nd base. Harper over to Cannon. That'll smaller town of College Station, but a big time program, and
everyone's play, not just those stars.
And Bree Warren does just that. Lines that one to left field for the hit. Nice smooth stroke from Bree.
Eggs on the board right now. But if
there you go, there you go. Brings back a few memories.
It does, it does.
Athletes to find places to play in the summer.
You know, what you're used to seeing on the baseball side because it is so new. But there are more and more opportunities every year.
Injuries that are healthy now to get reps.
Yeah, it's a great way to get extra reps in the summer when your team isn't playing.
Nice hustle there by Carden at 2nd base. It's that triple.
She needs it. Seems like it's the softness of the grass. Little things help you understand your field so much. Right field and into the corner. That would be your best bet, but I think just shy of the.
The Aggies, junior out of Dayton, Texas. Also, Paige Lott will get her cuts in now.
Yeah.
2-0 count on Lott. Swung on, popped up to the 2nd baseman. Amanda Carden gets underneath that. Was it Trinity Cannon? One out here in the 7th. Pitching staff done a nice job against this Cougar lineup tonight. 9. Swung on. That one is a fair ball down the right field line. Thomas to 3rd base. Shortstop, Coco Woolley. Back on the 3rd. And they wrap that up tonight. And it's tournament time next week in Fayetteville. Paige Holsey on deck for the Houston Cougars. Emily Kennedy. Rylan Wiggins And that will do it here in the bottom of the 7th inning and for the ball game as Texas A&M comes to keep shaking hands. That'll do it for the regular season for Texas A&M, their next station of ESPN. This full moon is out. 9-2 place Morgan Smith last inning in right field, so she gets her first at